Vice Chancellor's possession. Photographers will be allowed inside of the hall. No external photographer is going to be allowed inside of the hall. Thank you. The Vice Chancellor's possession. For the academics, the Vice Chancellor's possession, please let's be seated while the band gives us something to. The band.
Yo
Vice Chancellor's possession. Let's remain standing for the anthems.
Ah! ọ̀pọ̀ ire. Ọ̀pọ̀ odò àjíǹde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀san rẹ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀. Creating room to pursue excellence, for research and we get to all, to achieve the best in health sciences, build a nation, change the world, touching lives and making impact in the nation is our goal. Touching lives and making impact is how we will grow. Giving up for a better tomorrow. Better health for a better nation. Pathway to a healthy nation, possessing medical innovation and a benchmark in health education. Step by step in one accord, touching lives and making impact in the nation is our goal. Touching lives and making impact is how we will go. Giving up for a better tomorrow. Better health for a greater nation.
Thank you very much. Please let's be seated. Please let the people sitting at the right hand side move to the middle here, so that we can have a very good picture. The hall is a bit scanty. Please let's do that quickly. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, once again, I want to welcome you all to the second induction ceremony into the environmental health profession. We had the very first one last year. Now, I would like to recognize the presence of our able Vice Chancellor, Professor Ebunoluwa Aderonke Adejuigbe, ably represented by our dear Professor Abdulaziz Aderemi Abubakar. Please let's celebrate him. We also have in our midst the custodian of law, that is our acting registrar, in person of Mrs. Helen Atsunwa. The deputy bossa is also here, that is a Mr. Tunde Ajala. The librarian, Dr. Bilamin Popola. Again, we have the registrar of the Environmental Health Council of Nigeria, that is Dr. Yakubu Muhammad Baba, who is ably represented by Dr. Sunday Adeleke Ojewale. Please let's celebrate him. Oh, sorry. Sanitarian. Sorry, Sanitarian Hawa Abdullahi. That is the registrar of the council. Sorry about that. Representative. Sorry, she is the representative of the registrar. Sorry about that. Then we also have with us here the guest lecturer, all the way from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso. He's a professor of environmental health and toxicology and safety. That is a Professor Solomon Olayinka Adewoye. Please let's celebrate him. The acting dean of the School of Public Health is also here with us. That is a Professor Olorunfemi Amoro. The acting head of the Department of the Environmental and Occupational Health. That's a Dr. Ibukun Adeshion. I have the singular honor to recognize the chairman of the University Central Induction Committee, Professor Wasiu Adebimpe. In our midst today, he's a sanitarian Andrew Sunday. That's the Divisional Head Licensing Office, Abuja. Then we have from the Department of Environmental Health Sciences, Ondo West, we have sanitarian Adenle Ishola. You are all welcome. We also have in our midst today the Dean of the Faculty of Nursing Sciences. That is Professor Oluwatosin. You are welcome, ma'am. Next on the agenda is the welcome address by Professor Olorunfemi Amoro. That is the Dean of the School of Public Health. Please let's celebrate him as he steps forward.
Standing on the existing protocol, I want to welcome everyone to this August occasion. On behalf of the VC, ably represented by Professor Abubakar, we are welcoming everyone to the second induction ceremony of the environmental health profession in Unimed Ondo. We welcome you and we believe that we will have one or two lessons to learn in this occasion, especially for the students that are involved. First of all, I also want to welcome everyone here, the host, the guests from various parts of the country, especially the parents that are here, that you are welcome to the Sunshine State. You should enjoy the hospitality of the people of Ondo and also the school generally. I'm sure you would have been walking around the school. One of the things, I think you are free to breathe fresh air, which has been thoroughly cleaned by our environmental health department and the environmental health officer. So if you have not learned how to breathe here without pollution, I think you are welcome to this environment, and I believe you will enjoy every bit of your stay. I also have the honor of welcoming the council member from the environmental health profession. We believe we have been working with you for some time. We believe that our working together will be cordial, and you will take it to a greater height, having opportunity to develop talents and then to make our nation great through our profession. To this occasion, my able professor, honor of welcoming all the parents to this occasion. After years of hard work, hard labor, finance, encouraging and propping up the students, we want to congratulate you and we celebrate you. Let's put our hands together for our parents. It's not easy to nurture a child from cradle to this point where he's being released as a full professional and being useful to the society at large. It's a great achievement, and the Lord will keep all the children for us. So also, back to the students now. You have spent 5 years in the school, and you have been imbued with all the skills that is necessary to make impact in the society. I want to encourage you that you should be bold as you enter into the society, into the nation. You have been imbibed with qualities, skills in your profession, and I think you should also prepare yourself to learn. You have been taught for these years. It is now time for you to go ahead and make impact. You should not limit yourself, and you should not see yourself as inferior to anyone. You should put up the gap of making impact in the society and reaching the utmost height of your profession. For those of you that will come to academics, you should strive to get to the climax of academics and even in your profession. And then I'm sure some people here will venture into politics. I hope I'm seeing future president of Nigeria amongst you. Don't be bothered that you are few. Yeah, you know, it doesn't, like the Bible will say that it doesn't take God to work with few or with plenty. So broaden your horizon and launch into the sea, into the deep sea, and make impact in the nation. Finally, I want to thank all the members of the faculty that have made this day successful. Especially, let's put our hand together for our teachers. Especially those in the Department of Environmental Health. They have toiled day and night to make today a reality. And these are their handwork. And I believe that the Lord will continue to grant them great impact, more wisdom, and then more earnestness in their duty. Also, I extend my thanks also to all the allied aspects of the faculty and everyone that made today a success. Thank you. I also want to thank the chairman, Induction Committee, and all the members of the committee. They have worked assiduously. If you look at the chairman, he's always on WhatsApp and phone. And you won't know how much they had work that have made today a great day. I think we should put our hands together for them. Over the years, they have been working hard. So we also want to thank God for making today a success. And you are all welcome. Let's sit back and enjoy every bit of the ceremony. And let's pray for the inductee that it shall be a great day for them and for the nation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please let's celebrate him. Everyone is appreciated, and the inductees, congratulations. Celebrate yourself. Inductee, celebrate yourself. You've actually done a great work. I have the permission of the Vice Chancellor to recognize the presence of Sanitarian Babajide Olufunke. That is the State President, Environmental Health Office Association of Nigeria, Ondo State Chapter. We also have Sanitarian Adeniyi Olabode, that's the State Secretary. Then Sanitarian Ashiyobi Olufunke, a member from Ile Oluji. You are highly welcome. Just to light up the hair briefly, to give us their rendition.
When you look back at times we had, I hope you smile and know that through the good and through the bad, I was on your side when nobody could hold us down. We claimed the brightest star and we came so far. I know they won't forget. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high when all this world was there for us. We believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached our dream together. Whenever you remember, when you think back on all we've done, I hope you're proud. When you look back and see how far we've gone, it's our time to shine, and nobody could hold us down. They thought they see us fall, but we stood so tall. I know we won't forget. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high when all this world was there for us. We believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached our dream together. Whenever you remember. We claimed the brightest star and we came so far. I'm all I know they won't forget. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high when all this world was there for us. We believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached our dream together. Whenever you remember. Whenever you remember. Whenever you remember.
Let's celebrate them. That was a beautiful one. May I invite the induction lecturer? That's the guest lecturer. Next on the agenda is the Vice Chancellor's remark. That will be done by Professor Abdulaziz Abubakar. Please let's celebrate him.
Thank you very much. Please, can we have your seat? Distinguished members of the high table, starting from the acting registrar of the university, Mrs. Helen Atunwa, the deputy bursar, Mr. Tunde Ajala, the coordinator and the coordinator of the university, Billy Amin Popola, the representative of Econ, Adia Sanitarian Hawa Ablai, the guest lecturer, my colleague from Lautech, Professor Abi, yes, permit me, the Olawoye, Professor Olawoye, Adewoye, thank you very much. Other distinguished members of the high table, my dean, I fondly refer to as Dean Emeritus, has seated, the chairman in University Induction Committee, distinguished member of the high table, parents, guardian, ladies, and it's for me a great pleasure to stand before you to represent my Vice Chancellor, Professor Ebonoluwa Adoronke Adejuyigbe, who struggled hard to be here physically to attend this August occasion, but for another very important assignment at the capital city of the state. She had to leave this morning and has asked me to hold forth for her. I hereby present our warm greeting to you all. I won't have very long speech to make, but to congratulate the prospective inductee for today for this journey so far. I will also congratulate the parent who has invested much financially, morally, and in all ramifications to make them go this far. I pray that may you reap the fruit of your labor. And I'm aware that we are seeing very few inductees this time around. The university management is working to make sure this number increases by the short. We are also aware that there is need to improve on the personnel of that program so that we can have even a higher quota of students. All this, the management under the amiable leadership of our Vice Chancellor is working on that to make sure that we improve in all these little shortcomings. Having said this, at this point, I want to use the privilege on behalf of my Vice Chancellor to formally declare this second induction ceremony open. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Next is a citation of the induction lecturer. May I ask Professor Solomon Olayinka Adewoye to please stand for the electronic citation.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, The citation of Professor Solomon Olayinka Adewoye. Professor Solomon Olayinka Adewoye is a renowned professor of environmental health, toxicology and safety at the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, LAUTECH, Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. He earned his PhD degree from the University of Ilorin in the year 2007 and rose through the rank to the status of a professor in the year 2013. Professor Adewoye has held key academic leadership roles, including chairman of the University Examination and Timetable Committee, that is in the year 2020 to the year 2023, and also a deputy dean of the postgraduate school in the year 2023 to the year 2025. Professor Adewoye is currently researching the bioremediation of industrial effluent using microalgae and its potential impact on human health, as well as assessing the toxicity of agrochemical on the environment and the associated health risk to humans. His work focuses on areas such as environmental protection, toxicological studies, and public health, with excessive research on pollution and the biological impact of contaminants on the environment and human health. Adewoye has co-authored numerous studies, including research on the efficacy of cassava peel extract in removing heavy metals from hospital sewage, highlighting innovative methods, environmental detoxification. He has contributed significantly to research on bioaccumulation of heavy metals in aquatic life and the implication of pollutants on environment and health is evident in his active involvement and commitment to collaborative research that has earned him grants in reputable research outlets. He has trained and mentored hundreds of undergraduate students, 15 MSc Tech and 18 PhD students. Professor Adewoye has published over 100 peer-reviewed scientific articles and has contributed to different books, chapters. Professor Adewoye is a fellow of the Environmental Health Scientists Association of Nigeria, the Royal Society of Public Health, and the Society for Environment. As a licensed director of environment, also a professorial member of the Nigerian Institute of Science Laboratory Technology. Furthermore, he holds affiliation with the International Society for Environment and Climate Change and actively participates in academic conferences, additionally contributes to the university system, including serving on editorial boards of peer-reviewed journals, evaluating candidates for professorial appointments, and acting as an external examiner for undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Additionally, he has been involved in National University Commission activities such as co-curricular development, CCMAX, resource assessment, accreditation exercise, and other academic quality assurance role. Professor Solomon Olayinka Adewoye is happily married to Professor Abosede Olufumi Adewoye, and the marriage is blessed with beautiful children. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a renowned professor of environmental health, toxicology, and safety, Professor Solomon Olayinka Adewoye.
Thank you. Distinguished members of the high table, please, you will permit me to first go unofficial by telling this life story. Precisely in the year 2011, a one of a particular state chapter, which I'm not going to mention name, called me to come and present a lead paper. And I got there a little bit late. Immediately I entered the auditorium of the program. The people of the high table, they were already seated. And likewise, the audience. But what muffled me and what brought about the topic I'm about discussing today is that immediately I entered. In the front, I saw women in white apparels. And I later asked, who are they? They said they are food vendors and food mongers. And it shocked me, the song they were singing. And surprisingly, the people that organized that program, they were dancing to that song. And what was the song? Wole wole mbo lola, isha kilo mbo wase. And like that, I felt infuriated. And immediately I was given the microphone. I asked them, the environmental health officers, are you truly wole wole? They said, yes. And I felt bad. I said, no wonder. I said, look at the high table. You were able to invite 2 commissioners. And the second commissioner, the commissioner for environment. The 2 of them happen to be medical doctors. Where is your place? Before I started my lecture, the commissioner for environment packed his load and he left. However, let me go back to the official way of presenting this. Am I here to deliver a speech? No. Am I here to deliver a lecture? No. But I'm here to give a wake-up call to our profession that is sleeping. We are not slumbering, we are sleeping. The valedictory speech delivered by Professor Solomon, graduating students of the Department of Environmental and Occupational Health, that we've been together for long. The head of the department, Professor Adesinyan, respected colleagues, parents, and most importantly, our newly inducted graduates of environmental health sciences. Sanita Sanisatum. Can you see? They are answering for you. Sanita Sanitatum. It is with great honor that I stand before you today on this great occasion. Not only as your induction lecturer, marking this important milestone in your career as an environmental health scientist, not environmental health officer, but also as someone who deeply admires the vital role you are about to undertake in our society at this time. Today marks more than the end of the academic pursuit and the beginning of professional service, but it symbolizes a sacred call to stewardship. That is, stewardship of the environment and the preservation of human health. It is indeed a distinguished honor and privilege to reflect on a topic that is so timely and vital to our profession and the society, which is environmental health in the 21st century, emerging trends and paradigm shifts. The Vice Chancellor and the members of the high table and the audience, we live in a world of unprecedented transformation. The 21st century in which we are is characterized by rapid technological innovations, accelerated urbanization, expanding globalization, and profound environmental change, all unfolding at a pace that often surpasses institutional capacity to adapt. In the midst of this shift, the role of the environmental health professionals has grown ever more vital more complex, and increasingly global. Before we explore the new trends and the shifts in this profession, let us remember the foundation of this noble profession. Environmental health, as defined by World Health Organization, that is WHO, as the aspect of public health, that addresses the physical, chemical, and biological factors external to a person and all the related factors impacting behavior. It aims to prevent diseases and create health-supportive environments. This definition of a WHO reminds us that the duty of environmental health extends beyond inspection. It extends beyond inspection and enforcement. And that is why when I see people that, especially the environmental officer, people are calling you sanitary inspector. It is like you are here to get there. You are here to know or understand your calling. It is about, the profession is about protection, prevention, and promotion of a human well-being. Dear inductees, not minding your number. I have counted the number, you are just 11. But greater shall your future be. I can't hear your amen. Today, you are inducted not only into a profession, but into a calling. Environmental health profession is a calling. Just as Nehemiah in the Bible, who was burdened to rebuild the broken walls of Jerusalem. You are inducted today to rebuild the broken walls of our environments and the health systems. You are the guardians of tomorrow's earth. Wear your new mantle with pride. Hello, am I speaking to somebody here? Wear your new mantle with what? You are not sure of that pride. Wear your new mantle with what? With pride. Let no profession intimidate you. As far as I'm concerned, environmental health profession is the best. Others are following. I could see mommy nurse. She's shaking her head, but she cannot talk because you don't have the microphone. I hold the microphone. So wear your mantle with pride and responsibility. Every policy you influence, every enforcement you protect, every life you safeguard is a testimony of your worth. The future of sustainable health rests in your hands. Serve with passion and integrity. Environmental health. The journey so far. You know, when you don't know the importance of a thing, it is easier for you to abuse it. The environmental health program being perfected today started during the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries, following the mass migration of people from rural areas to cities in search of jobs. This led to the poor living conditions and frequent outbreak of communicable diseases with high morbidity and mortality rates. In Nigeria, the development of environmental health has experienced a more challenging history. I think we have the representatives of the registrar here, the Environmental Health Council of Nigeria. As early as 18th century, the colonial government took preventive health services seriously due to the need to control mosquito breeding, which posed a major threat to the lives of colonial expatriates. However, the present-day environmental services in Nigeria started in the year 1920s when Dr. Isaac Ladipo Uluwole came back from Britain as a public health physician. That means as a public health medical doctor. He was the first African medical officer of health in Lagos Colony, who also pioneered the establishment of School of Health Services using the then sanitary attendants. The inductee said number 1. Let me hear you properly. Can you say it after me? Sanitary attendants. His focus then was on inspection of schools and fascination of school pupils. That was the focus. He also started the first Nigerian schools of hygiene at Yaba, Lagos in 1920. Now School of Health Technology, where qualified persons from all over Nigeria were trained as sanitary inspectors. Say number 2. And that is what the Yoruba are referring to, wole wole. Do it like this. I'm not a wole wole. I'm not a sanitary inspector. And may I say this with the permission of the Vice Chancellor, sir. When I was reading through the pamphlet given to me, and I read the oath of allegiance prepared by the council, sir, Ahmad, there is a little mistake that needs to be corrected. These ones are not environmental health officers. These ones are environmental health scientists. So that should be changed. They are not officers. They are environmental health scientists. Environmental health officers, they are just to conduct inspections. Whereby environmental health scientists, they are researchers and monitoring scientists. Please, let's take note of this. Since then, the development of environmental health in Nigeria has continued to increase in terms of number of practitioners trained and number of school training the practitioners. The work of these inspectors was crucial during the disease outbreak like bubonic plague in 1924 and contributed to controlling yaws in the 1930s and smallpox in 1970. After Nigeria independence in 1960, environmental policy remained underdeveloped for decades. However, the discovery of Italian toxic chemicals waste in Cocoa Village, Delta State, Nigeria in 1988 prompted a more coordinated environmental approach. The Cocoa incident led to significant changes, which include the establishment of Federal Environmental Protection Agency. Likewise, several decrees were enacted in the early 1990s, which include those for the Woman Waste Decree in 1988, Environmental Impact Assessment in 1992, and Urban and Regional Planning in 1992. But in 2002, the Democratic government passed the Environmental Health Officers Act, formally recognizing the profession. In the year 2002. This act established the Environmental Health Council of Nigeria to regulate the environmental health profession and practitioners in the country. Also, working to rebrand and reposition the profession to maximize its impact on public health. the Vice Chancellor, sir, and the members of the high table, to a greater extent, the development of environmental health in Nigeria has been retarded due to the dominant influence of the medical professions, which assumes superiority and erroneously harness everything else into medical practice. Again, unlike in other countries where people other than physicians initiated some environmental health control, but in Nigeria, environmental health services was initiated by the medical doctors. We are neglected. We are marginalized. This strange marriage existed for so long that it was nearly impossible to establish or convince anyone that environmental health was a profession. They saw it as the profession of the commoners, the profession of the woolly-woolies. And that is why I'm telling these youths, they should reject it by fire, by toss and thunder, that they are not woolly-woolies. Whereas WHO has recognized environmental health as a profession, it was totally impossible in Nigeria to say among policymakers in health sector in Nigeria, you can't see environmental health officer there. What a marginalization. Then, the new normal in the 21st century, the emerging trends. And this is a challenge to us, even to the Environmental Health Council. It is a challenge. Enough, we were slumbering before, but we are now sleeping and snoring. Let's wake up. I was telling a group of students few days ago, they are PhD students, and majority of them, they are environmental health officers. And I told them, try to be different. Go to the nursing profession. Thank God we have the Dean of Nursing, Faculty of Nursing here. They have told all the nurses, the bedside nurses, that you go and have their degree. Am I right, ma? So what is wrong with us? And we will not be saying we are environmental health officer. You are only be seen, but you cannot be heard. Sorry, yes, they are only seeing you, but you can't be heard. The 21st century has brought forth new paradigm that reshape our understanding and application of environmental health. The emerging challenges in environmental health mirror a world in which human activities are closely associated with environmental system. The emerging challenges include the following. I will be fast because of my time. The first one is climate change. Climate change is now a present reality than a future threat. Floods, heat waves, droughts, vector-borne diseases are occurring more often with greater severity. As environmental health officers, scientists, to overcome these challenges, take positive steps by strengthening resilience, improving disaster preparedness, promoting community adaptation, and implementing preventive measures that protect both public health and the environment. 2, rapid urbanization and population growth. Everybody is trooping to cities. And the growth, the population is increasing by the day, which has worsened the rate at which we could manage our waste. The pollution is increasing by the day, and there is congestion everywhere. I was opportune to present a paper in the Environmental Health Council in Lagos, and I was telling them, Lagos, the resident of Lagos, their life expectancy is decreasing by the day. And the environmental health officers, we seem not to be bothered because nobody knows us. The technological innovations that we need to embrace, such as the use of GIS mapping, drones, remote sensing, AI, etc., to detect some of these. Somebody was presenting a paper in a conference 2 weeks ago, and he's saying Nigerian education, the education sector in the world has been classified into 5. Group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Western world, they are now in group 5, where Nigeria, we are just waking up and we are presently in group 2. Meaning that what they are done decades ago, that's what we are still doing. Some of these things, if it can be embraced, it will go a long way for us to assist ourselves by ensuring that the environment is properly taken care of. The growing presence of microplastics. Everybody is using plastic today. And this has affected both our environment, our water. What is it that we are doing about it as environmental health officers? We should be able to develop within our laboratories innovations such as green chemistry and toxicovigilance to prevent, monitor, and control these emerging chemical threats. Thank God for COVID-19, which opened our eyes. That was the time that they used fuel of environmental health practitioners. But there are a lot of diseases, epidemics around us, which environmental health professional should embrace the disinfection practices, improve waste control system, promote effective risk communication, etc., etc. Then, to the inductees, I know majority of you, when they ask you questions, why are you reading this course? You say, because the university gave it to me. You may not really know. And that is why this induction is very important. This induction, he's talking about prospects in environmental health. The inductees in the house. Let's say to ourselves that there are future prospects for this profession. You can't say it. You want to japa? Yes. If you want to japa, you are allowed. But when you get there, what you don't want to do here, you will go and do it there. This induction marks not just the completion of your academic journey, but the beginning of countless possibilities in the field of environmental health. The world before you is full of opportunities waiting to be explored and maximized. You can work in public sectors. We have people working in the local government, Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Health, in the university, etc., etc. You can work in private sectors or as NGO. Let me quickly say this. When I graduated, a friend of mine that read me, he was sent for youth service to River State. And luckily, he was sent to the state headquarters, that is Port Harcourt. So as that boy was serving, from his stipend, the allowance is given to him, he decided to buy one wheelbarrow. And he was taking it from house to house to collect waste. When he got to the middle of the service, he was able to buy another wheelbarrow, and he employed the secondary school leavers, making 2. As I talk, Kola is a proud owner of a consultancy, environmental consultancy service. I do tell my students that I'm teaching them caller can pay my salary 3 times. So what that means is that your profession, you can stand on your own as an entrepreneur. There is future prospect in this program, this profession. What of the global stage? You can engage with international bodies such as WHO organization, World Health Organization, that is WHO, United Nations Environmental Program, United Nations Children Funds, and other global environmental agencies. Or you can be in academia or research institutes. And you can only achieve this by pursuing your postgraduate studies. There you conduct impactful researches and mentor future generation of professionals. Remember, your certificate is more than a license to earn a living. It is a mandate to make a difference, a call to service, and a platform to create lasting impact and legacy in the health and sustainability of the world. There are challenges which you must overcome. As you begin this noble journey, be ready to face challenges that will test your resilience, creativity, and dedication to service. Among these are inadequate funding and infrastructure, which is a very common thing. Number 2, policy and administrative constraints. Policy and administrative constraints. I was telling one of my PhD students in environmental health, I said, when you get back to the industry or to your local government, tell your gas that is not the way, that it should stop taking you out every Saturday or the last Thursday of the month for sanitation and inspection. What are you coming out? What are you coming back with? You are just wasting your time. The sanitation that you are doing every month is only meant for the sanitary inspectors, which are OND holders. Tell them we can visit industries, test their effluents, go to that restaurant, test the water and even their food. The day I told one of my master students, go and collect the begiri and analyze, he said, Oga, begiri. I said, yes. Let's know the content of that begiri so that we stop killing ourselves. Community resistance and misconception. Community resistance and misconception. One of the misconceptions is that, the wole has come. The temptation of professional apathy, that means the lack of interest. Let me remind you, challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. Every difficulty you encounter is an opportunity to think differently, to innovate, and to demonstrate leadership. True professionals are not defined by the absence of obstacles, but by the courage and wisdom with which they confront and conquer them. Let me quickly give you the word of encouragement, especially those that are saying, I just want to have this degree. I don't have interest in it. As you step into the professional world, remember this enduring truth. There is a paradigm shift in environmental health from active to preventive approaches. The very foundation upon which the health and well-being of community rests. Take immense pride in your calling. For without environmental health, there can be no genuine or sustainable public health. You are the unseen guardians who ensure that others' life is safe, others' life is healthy, and presenting dignified environment. 3, remain lifelong learners. Remain lifelong learners. For this field is dynamic. It keeps changing, ever expanding with new technologies. Even when you see in any university today, where we do have the largest enrollment, is the nursing profession. And ask them, why are they reading it? Why are they doing it? It's because they want to travel abroad. The trend is changing, even in nursing profession. A time is coming that the Westerners, the Western worlds, they will not use these nurses again. They will be using AI and robots. So whatever that you are doing, do it as if that is your calling for now, for us to make changes. So for the field is dynamic, ever expanding with new technologies, scientific discovery, and global challenges. To remain relevant is to keep learning. Tell your friend that you are sitting beside him or her. Say, continue learning. To remain relevant is to keep learning and not relenting. Let passion drive your practice. No, I'm not saying you say that. Not mere pursuit of salary, but a deeper sense of purpose and service to humanity. Remember, the greatest reward is not always monetary, but the impact you make in employing lives and protecting the environment. In conclusion, dear inductees, as we face these complex challenges of the 21st century, environmental health science is experiencing a profound paradigm shift. It is no longer limited to sanitation and disease control, but has grown into a broad dynamic field that explores how the environment affects human health in many ways. Global issues like climate change, pollution, and new technologies are changing the focus and direction of environmental health. This new era calls for environmental health professions who combine strong technical skill with a clear vision for building sustainable, fair, and resilient health system in a rapidly changing world. I hereby encourage you to embrace this calling with courage and dedication. Be proud of your induction into this noble profession, but take even greater pride in the service you will render to humanity. The world needs your knowledge, leadership, and creativity. Once again, I congratulate you on this significant achievement. May your career bring you meaningful impact, fulfillment, and honor. Thank you all for listening.
Let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate him. Now you'll be led to know the importance of your profession. And it has been, you now know that yes, you are not wole wole. Isn't it? Are you wole wole? So you should be able to distinguish between the wole wole and your own profession. Now we've actually gotten to the point of this induction now. The acting HOD, that is Dr. Ibukun Adeshion, for the presentation of the inductees to the registrar. Thank you very much. Please let's celebrate her.
Thank you very much. Standing on the existing protocol, I would like to invite the representative of the Registrar, Environmental Health Registration Council of Nigeria, in the person of Sanitarian, Hajia Hawa Abdullahi, as I present all our inductees as a rise up, 11 of them to you for induction. Thank you very much, ma'am. You can have your seats. She's going to deliver this speech from the Registrar of the Council. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Sanitatum. The Vice Chancellor, here humbly represented, permit me to stand by the already established protocol as I present to you the Registrar's speech, since he is unavoidably absent. What you hear from me right now is Registrar's speech. As such, I'll read directly from the speech itself. He says, "It is with a great pleasure that I stand here representing him on behalf of himself to celebrate the remarkable occasion, this remarkable occasion being the induction of the graduates of environmental science from this great University of Medical Sciences. First, let me sincerely commend the Department of Environmental Health Science for the commitment, resilience, and dedication in training these graduates to this level. About this time last year, precisely November, I guess, ECON was here for the maiden induction of its graduates, and here we are for yet another one. Indeed, the lecturers and the instructors who supported the training and practical sessions, and indeed the university management, your contributions to building these young professionals are highly commendable. Families who have sacrificed and stood by these students during their years of rigorous study. Today, we are all gathered to reap the fruit of these efforts. To our graduating inductees, I say a very big congratulations. You have labored for years in lectures, practicals, field works, and examinations. You have faced the rigors of the professional certification process, and you have emerged successful. Today marks the beginning of a new journey, not just as graduates, but as certified environmental health practitioners inducted into a noble profession. The oath taking that is the core part of the induction ceremony is by which you will be swearing to uphold the responsibilities and ethics of the profession. Hence, you will remain guided by each phrase as contained. Your choice to study and practice environmental health is not just a career decision. It is a commitment to safeguard the health of our communities, promote preventive health services, and continue to contribute to national development. This is indeed a noble calling. As you step into the labor market, I urge you to carry with you the values and ethics of this profession. You should remember that environmental health is about service, integrity, and diligence. Your impact may not always be immediately visible, but it is foundational to the well-being of the society. Hold fast to professionalism, honesty, and discipline. Do not at any point compromise the ethics of this noble calling. I assure you that if you faithfully uphold the practice, opportunities will open up to you, not only in Nigeria, but globally. Fellow practitioners, we are in the era of diversification of the economy. As such, it is not a time to solely rely on government for white-collar jobs. I wish to let you know that there are a wide range of business opportunities for you in private practice. This council is also working to provide a level playing ground for all to thrive. Be rest assured that there is dignity and reward in this profession as you venture into full practice. You need to stay diligent and innovative. The profession can sustain you financially, and more importantly, it can bring you fulfillment as you see communities thrive because of your work. On behalf of the Environmental Council of Nigeria, I welcome you to fully into the profession. You need to go forth and make your mark. Practice with dignity, uphold the ethics, and let your contributions shine as testimonies of the great training you have received here at this university. Congratulations once again, and I wish you success in your career and every journey of life. Long live the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo. Long live Environmental Council of Nigeria, and then long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you all. That's the registrar's speech. I have just concluded reading. Now back to the business of the day. Can we have you back on your feet? I guess you all have the oaths with you already. Is that correct? I'm not seeing it. Oh, you are reading from the program. All right. You can see that on the oath of our professional ethics, section 27, as established by Act 11 of 2002, as amended, of the Environmental Health Council of Nigeria, we have one of the longest oaths in the different professions. But we are going to restrict it to a few. Notwithstanding, everything contained here is binding on you. So, we'll take a few of them. Now, from the top, you can see there's a part of the registration number where you see reg number, EHO / dotted lines. Can you see that? Can you see that? That is where you are going to indicate your registration number. So, can we begin? The Code of Professional Ethics, section 27. We're going to read, and you read along with me. As we get a part of the oath, you're going to mention your name. Is that clear? Are we set? Are we set? Let's begin. Whereas environmental health is the management of all factors in man's physical, chemical, and biological environment, which exercise or may exercise a deleterious effect on his complete physical, mental, and social well-being and survival. As a licensed environmental health officer, you mention your name. Then 1, shall uphold the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, perform the duties of citizenship, work with other citizens to uplift the human resource base of environmental health profession, and cooperate with other professionals in promoting efforts toward health and developmental needs of the entire citizenry. Go ahead. You will read one after the other, right? Number 1, you read along. Come on, I said when you mention your name, after saying I, Olufunke, probably Olabisi, 1, you now read what's contained in 1. Go ahead. I think you can be more louder, please. 2, accept that my fundamental responsibility as an environmental health officer is to work to improve and preserve the environment, alleviate poverty, and to promote public health out of an ecological, humanitarian, and democratic viewpoint. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, shall we go to 22? 22, 23, 24, 'So help me God. So help me God.' Now, by taking this oath, you must not forget that every other thing contained, despite that we skip some, they are all binding on you. Is that okay? Is that okay? Now, in exercising the authority vested upon me as representative of the Registrar and Chief Executive of the Environmental Health Council, and as enshrined in the Act 11 of 2002 as amended, I have the singular honor to humbly admit you into the profession of the environmental health. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourselves. Yes, I'll be calling your names one after the other now. As I call your name, you come forward for your certificates. Adebisi Adedotun Victoria. Akingboye Oluwajuwon Esther. Akintokun Bishop Akinka. Ogundipe Vivian Olamiposi. Oladipupo Olayinka Gold. Ola Lucy Marvelous Olamide. Oludu Julia Oluwaseun. Olushola Felix Mayokun. Onilude Victoria Tinuade. Oreoto Olufumilayo Rebecca. Owolabi Tolulope Olayinka. Congratulations once again. On this note, I'll be calling on Dr. Adeleke Ojewale to accept them and to accept the inductees into the environmental health profession and also to give them an elderly advice. Please let's celebrate him as he steps forward.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, other protocol duly observed. Sanitarium. The inductees, please stand up. All the inductees, be on your feet. Sanitarium. Sanitarium. Now, it looks as a, and it's a Latin word, which literally translates to the head of one is the head of all. I ask you to stand up because your response to that slogan was very, very weak. Sanita, sanita too. With the permission of the Vice Chancellor, sir, I want to make a brief remark with your permission. I've been in this profession since 1972. I had my PhD almost 10 years ago. My professorial status is now won on a platter of gold. I'm saying this because of the younger ones. I'm aware that I'm in an academic environment where doctoral degree, professorship is nothing to go by. But I'm making this brief comment. Professor Adewoye is a friend to me, a bosom friend for that matter, and he has been involved so many years in the training of environmental health. I want to thank you immensely because you have helped us a lot at LAUTECH and you are still helping us. However, the word wole wole is Yoruba translation of environmental health officer. Just like you have it in Nebo, Ulala, Hausa, Dubangiri. Few days ago when they called me in at UI, they said, what do they put as my nomenclature? I said it to put you sanitarian. We got there on the 21st for the same induction. And many of the lecturers that knew me, Professor, you are here. I say I'm here. I'm saying this, that environmental health officer is an umbrella, is a broad spectrum embracing all sorts of practitioners under environmental health cadre. When you Google WHO, you will see that environmental officer is there with all the functions, very numerous to mention here. But who is a scientist? A scientist is somebody who does things meticulously, with all seriousness, database, with empirical proof to iron things out. When you go to Mama Buka and you ask for Begiri to be analyzed, yes, you are doing the work on the environmental health in a scientific way. We are not office-based. We are field-based. And with your first degree, second degree, whatever, excuse me, you are not supposed to sit down in your offices. Look at policemen. Look at the army. No matter their rank, they go out to work. That is why we have some of the officers here. I'm enjoying you, the younger ones that are coming in. Even when you go into academics, you should not be complacent to sit down. You have to go out to take sample and work on the field. Now, to my elderly advice. I'm wearing a sort of two caps because the registrar, chief executive, Dr. Baba Yakubu Mohammed, is also one of the elders. Just like you have many of your lecturers here, I'm aware, Dr. Mrs. Fowuwe, Dr. Odipe, acting head of department, Dr. Adesina, and the head of the committee, Prof. We have worked together in and outside the country to prepare the curriculum, the core curriculum that you are using. And therefore, this particular institution, UNIMED, they shouldn't have any excuse to bake you halfway. You are properly baked, and I'm very, very happy to see you. However, you should take this important step that you have joined a profession of excellence, dedication, and service. As we all knew, environmental health is a regulated profession by Act 11, 2002, as amended, and will not allow quackery or impersonation. You have been trained by seasoned sanitarian and experts in the field of environmental health. And the curriculum prepared and approved by West African Health Organization. You are therefore well baked to the extent that much is expected of you in plowing back your acquired knowledge and skill to prevent or mitigate environmental challenges and issues. Your versatility has made you to be qualified and competent to work anywhere you may desire. Always remember that the profession has ethics and code of conduct that must be strictly adhered to. Like Professor Adewoye said, be a lifelong learner, always to be relevant and be agent of change. The council has penal law operated by state disciplinary committee. The committee has power equivalent to that of magistrate court to sanction any erring environmental practitioner and inform his or her employer, whether you are in an institution, whether you are on the field, no matter where you are. If you mess up, you are to be sanctioned. But the profession itself is very lucrative, very elastic. It only requires high integrity of the practitioner. You must always practice with your current professional license issued by ERECOM. Finally, I want to thank the Vice Chancellor, the head of department, and all lecturers in the institution for being a good partner with us. We promise that we are not going to let you down. I thank you all for your attention. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Please let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate him. Respect your elders. Next on the agenda is I want to invite the Environmental Health Officer Association of Nigeria, Ondo State Branch. So I'll be calling on the president, that is Sanitarian Babajide Olufunke, to welcome them into the profession. Please let's celebrate her. Let's celebrate her. Celebrate her.
Sanita 2. Sanita 2. Congratulations all. I'm congratulating you because you are the right path. This is the best profession so far. I'm proud to be a sanitarian. And I will always be proud to be a sanitarian. And to shock you, do you know what? If you are a Christian, the only acceptable profession by God is sanity. This is your profession. Say, Mimo ni Olúwa Ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọ ogun. Can you see now that you are in the right path and the right profession? Congratulations. I welcome you to this profession and I bless you. And I know by the special grace of God that you will not disappoint us, you will not disappoint this university, and you will not disappoint your family. In the name of Jesus. God will help you. The knowledge, wisdom, counsel, and understanding that you need to perform, I give unto you through Christ Jesus today in the name of Jesus. This is the provision that will lead you to wherever you want to go to. This is just a foundation. My prof, Dr. Adewoye, I'm once your student at LAUTECH. 2014, I did my master's there. So, and that's why I'm telling you this is just a foundation. You still have places to go, and God will help you. Congratulations once again. You are welcome on board.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Shall we please be seated? Thank you. Now is a presentation of award, and then that will be done by the acting HOD, Dr. Ibukun Adesina. Please let's celebrate her.
Thank you very much. Please, I want to call on the secretary. You know how you welcome our student last year. So before I do the presentation, just in 2 minutes, it's very important that you do this. Before I call on our best graduating students, I would like to call on the secretary of EOAN Ondo State Chapter. Please come forward and welcome our students in the sanitarian wing.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Prof, Professor Abubakar, all protocol duly observed. Here, all the new inductees. Can you please stand up? Yeah. Now, this profession, we have ethics. We have code of ethics or conduct that guide our moral discipline. Now, as a professional, you are expected to do some things, and you are expected not to do some things. Number one thing that you are expected to do is, if you see your senior colleagues, there is a way by which we salute ourselves as environmental health officer. If you see your senior colleagues, this is prof, sir. If I'm coming, or you see your parents, you are not expected to prostrate. No. You are expected, because you are on uniform, to do what? To give them salute. When you give them appropriate salute, they know that, yes, you try to greet them. If you are driving, there is a way you greet your senior colleagues. You will greet your senior colleagues morning. It shows that you are greeting them. And then if you want to eat and you are on uniform, it's very important. This your cap, you should do what? You will remove your cap. You will remove your cap. And let me tell you one thing. This is very important. This your uniform. If you know the meaning of your uniform, you will know the golden profession, that you are in a golden profession. Because if you are going from here to Abuja with this uniform, don't let me deceive you. No policeman, no army officer will stop you. So, and sir, if you want to greet your parents, and you know that it's very important to greet your parents, and in the presence of the kings or whosoever, you remove your headgear, which is your cap, and put it like this, and you salute your parents. Yes, that is how we do it as a professional. So we have because of the time, we don't want to waste much of our time. That is how we salute, and that is how we respect ourselves. We have a rank. This is our rank. We have different ranks for different people. We have it for technicians, we have for technologists, and we have for officers. And I'm happy to inform you that you belong to the category of scientists and officers. So once again, I welcome you to this noble and beautiful profession.
Thank you very much, Sanitarian Adeniyo, the Secretary, Eohan, Ondo State. We appreciate you. Now, we want to appreciate our best graduating students for this second cohort of graduates. I would like to call on the representative of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Abubakar, so please kindly assist us in presenting this award to our best graduating students in person of Onilude Victoria. I also like to invite the acting dean of the School of Public Health, presents the award.
Yes. Parents, okay. That is another one. Yes. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Eboluwa Aderonke Adejuigbe, I hereby present this award of excellence to you, Onilude Victoria Tinuade, as the best graduating student. Congratulations.
Come this way. You can take picture with her. Also, the next is the response. And response by the representative of the inductees. And this will also be done by Onilude Victoria.
Good day, distinguished guests, lecturers, parents, guardians, friends, well-wishers, and of course my amazing classmates, the Environmental Health class of 2025. I'm Sanitarian Onilude Victoria Tinuade. Standing here is such an honor. Honestly, I can't believe we are here. It's been a long journey with all the lectures, the reports, the projects, the stress, the tests we didn't know were happening, the distance, the deadlines, the staircase that tested our patience and never seemed to end. But somehow, guys, we made it through together. First and foremost, we want to appreciate the Almighty God for His grace, mercy, favor, and blessing throughout this entire journey. If it has not been God, this would have been a beginning without an end. I also want to appreciate the Dean of School of Public Health, as well as our HOD, for leading us, guiding us, and always keeping things in order, even when we were giving our reasons to stress. You've been patient with us, you believed in us, even when we all looked tired and confused. We appreciate every bit of your efforts, ma. Thank you for helping us see outside Wole Wole. A very special thanks goes to one man whose leadership and dedication to us stood as pillar throughout the journey. He walked this journey with us from Bolo Onduro campus till now. He has been more than a lecturer. He has been a mentor, our guide, a father figure, and a steady support system throughout the relocations, the challenges, and our usual student drama. This is no other person than Dr. Emmanuel Oluwaseun-Odipe. We will never forget your support and all the lessons. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. To all our amazing lecturers, Dr. Fowowe, Mrs. Patience, Professor Afon, Professor Olorunda, Barrister Adeyemi, Dr. Adeshinyon, Dr. Adewoyin, Dr. Ibirungbe, and my amazing supervisor, Mr. Anolua. Thank you for teaching us, challenging us, and also encouraging us just enough to study harder and think outside the box. Think globally and act locally, like Professor Afon would always say. You shaped us into the professionals we are today. Thank you very much. And to our parents, guardians, friends, and well-wishers, thank you for everything. Your patience, your prayers, and your financial support. Especially for those textbook money we never bought. You are the real MVPs. May the Lord grant you long life and a very long chair to sit comfortably and eat the fruit of your labor. And finally, to ourselves, my course-mates, DHS starting 11. We may not have been the biggest class, but we were definitely mighty. Just 11 of us, enough to form a complete football team. Each of us brought something different to the field. The Fantastic Four, thank you for being wonderful. And to the rest of the class, thank you for being you. We may not have always agreed, but we always come together when it mattered the most. Today we are champions, not because the journey is easy, but because we didn't stop playing. And as we step into the next chapter of our life, let's all carry the lessons, the laughter, and the memories with us. Like they say, you don't stop playing when you're tired. You stop playing when the game is won. So let's remember that this is not our end. This is not the end of our story. It's the beginning of new opportunities, bigger dreams, and also something greater. Guys, we've worked hard for this moment, and we deserve to celebrate it. We didn't come this far just to come this far, guys. I pray we keep scoring goals in life, not just in our career, but also in our life. Congratulations, Environmental Health Science class of 2025.
Now it's time for the final bow, and this is going to be done by Dr. Emmanuel Odipe. Let's celebrate.
Thank you. Thank you, Vice Chancellor. Standing on the existing protocol, and we thank God for the success of today. May all the newly inducted environmental health professionals please rise. Thank you. Yes, it's a culture to appreciate and give thanks, in fact, to those who have invested their time, their resources, and everything in making us who we are today. And that is why in all inductions, there is a section for the final bow, where you say thank you to all those who have impacted in your lives. But as officers, I would always say, we don't call it a bow, just like the secretary said, we call it a salute. So this will be a final salute. Now you will do me a favor, you would have to turn to the four corners of the world. So I would instruct you and you follow me. Now the first thing is, wait, after we do the first salute, you turn to your right. You do the second salute, based on instruction, you turn to the back, your right. The next salute again, you turn to your right, then you turn back to the front. I hope you get the instructions, please. Now, the first salute goes to the university management, who have been there. They've done everything to make this a success, right from your resource verification to full accreditation, setting up of laboratories, to manual structures, for Ondo, to Laje and everything. So on the count of three, I want you to salute them to say thank you. 1, 2, 3, salute. Hands down. Now turn to your right. This salute goes to every academic member of the University of Medical Sciences. You all know the logic. You started from the Faculty of Sciences, then migrated to the Faculty of Basic Medicals, Anatomy, Physiology, Biochemistry, then to the Basic Clinicals, where you started and farm and did all of this. So this salute goes to every teachers that have trained you, even right from your pre-degree days, for those of you who did pre-degree, to your 100 level, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we salute. 1, 2, 3, salute. Hands down. So turn again. Now, this goes to SPH, because the School of Public Health has done our part to you. And for this, you would be saluting every member of staff in the Department of Environmental Health, in the Faculty of Public Health, Community Health, and Neighboring Sisters. So 1, 2, 3, salute. Hands down. Now to your right. I'm sorry, though we don't have people stayed here, but this is even the biggest of all. This is to your family and friends, your parents, those who have sponsored you, those who have spent the money, those who have sent you the urgent 2Ks, those who you've inflated the money for field trip, 40,000, calling it 70,000 to collect and reap them. You would salute them this time around. So 1, 2, 3, salute. Hands down. So turn right. And I pray this will be the beginning of greater success to us in Jesus' name. Thank you.
I have the permission of the Vice Chancellor to invite the university band to give us a song. Inductees, please get up, shake your body, dance. Let's rejoice. Let's celebrate our win. We can join them too. Let's Let's celebrate them. Rejoice with them. Let's rejoice with them. Aren't you happy for them? Thank you very much. The University Band has done a great job. That was a wonderful one. Now it's time for the vote of thanks, and that is going to be done by the acting head of the department, Dr. Ibukun Adeshion. Let's celebrate her.
Thank you very much, Professor Abubakar, the representative of the Vice Chancellor, and other management staff that are here. I would like to stand on the existing protocol as I give this vote of thanks. I want to sincerely appreciate everyone on behalf of the Department of Environmental and Occupational Health, the School of Public Health, and the Induction Ceremonial Committee. I stand before you with profound gratitude to express our sincere appreciation to all who have contributed to the success of today's second induction ceremony for environmental health scientists. Our heartfelt thanks go to the Vice Chancellor of the University of Medical Sciences, ably represented by Professor Abubakar. We appreciate the Vice Chancellor for her visionary leadership and unwavering support. We are equally grateful to the principal officers of the university that are present here, the acting registrar, the acting bursar, the acting librarian, and all members of management for their encouragement and contributions to the success of this event. We deeply appreciate the Environmental Health Council of Nigeria and our registrar, Dr. Yakubu Mohamed Baba, who is powerfully represented by Ajia Hawa Abdullahi and Professor Ojewale, for their commitment to professional excellence of our graduates. And also, I would like to appreciate the Environmental Health Officers Association of Nigeria, Ondo State Chapter, for their collaboration and presence at this event. Our special appreciation also goes to the University Central Induction Committee, especially the chairman, Professor Wasiu Adebimpe, for the excellent coordination, guidance, and tireless efforts towards the success of this ceremony. We thank especially all the staff of the School of Public Health, both academic and non-academic, and indeed all staff of UNIMED, for their continuous dedication to the academic and professional development of our students. We also recognize the invaluable contribution of the school band, the protocol units, the media units, the technical crew, and other support team for their outstanding support in making today's event smooth, lively, and memorable. To our newly inducted environmental health scientists, we congratulate you and encourage you to uphold the ethics, integrity, and dignity of the profession as you step into the world of practice. Finally, to our parents, families, friends, and well-wishers, we thank you for your love, and I apologize on their behalf for spraying money. It's because of the love and the excitement and the happiness. So we thank you for your love, sacrifices, and unflinching support that you have given all our graduates. Your presence has added color and warmth to this ceremony. Once again, on behalf of the department and the entire organizing committee, we want to say thank you for all you have done, for your presence, your goodwill, and contribution to the success of this memorable event. God bless you all, and I pray that God grants you safe journeys to your various destinations. Thank you very much.
We've come to the end of this program. Shall we please stand for the anthems? UNIMED anthem only.
Touching lives and making impact is our
Shall we please remain standing for the academic procession in a reverse order?